This week on This Too Shall Pass, Haley's dad moves to Florida in a week. His mother does not like African-American people. I haven't seen her. I hope she's still kicking. I don't even know where she at. I am unsure if she is 6 feet under or 6 feet up. She hated us when Andre was 2. Small, cute. Now we got a little following and some pep in our step. We gonna pull up with loud music. Like she will pull out the rosary and bless us in the driveway. I'm just not gonna go around. I've done nothing to you and my baby did nothing to you.
They think everybody is Sharkeisha, I promise you.
I'm black and I don't even know who Sharkeisha is.
You know Sharkeisha?
No. Welcome to the This Too Shall Pass podcast. Trust me, I know life can be. This is an inclusive space for our stories and lessons to be heard and learned from without judgment, because this too shall pass. Hi babes, welcome back. My name is Ariel and this is This Too Shall Pass. I want to start off this episode by saying, hey, how are you? Howdy. Nice to see you. ¿Cómo estás? Konnichiwa. I think that's just about all the ones that I know. Let me know in the comments how you were doing. What are you up to lately? It is summer break. What are you doing for summer break? Are you on break? Are your kids on break? Fill me in on where you're at in the comments below so we can keep in touch and still continue to grow together. And if you want to help us out talking about growing, if you could leave us a comment, share, or subscribe to whether you are listening to us on Apple Music or YouTube for videos, and just share it, spread it, comment. I appreciate it. It really helps our show out and helps us get out and grow our community a little larger. So with that being said, I have to start off this episode and say that we are going to do a Q&A. So it's no big dramatic or sad conversation. We're just going to have a conversation. Again, my name is Ariel. So on Instagram, I am _Ariel B, and the podcast page on Instagram, it is This Too Shall Pass Pod on Instagram. So either in the message center on my podcast page or on my personal page, send me a message. I have question box on my stories all the time, and I try to compile as many questions as I can and go back through archives. How do you say that word? Okay, yes. Archives, and find some questions. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to get into it. Okay, so I have this username. Please work with me. If the usernames are said wrong, spelled wrong, well, they won't be spelled wrong because I can read, but I might say them wrong, so bear with me. Saint Tam B. It is on Instagram, SAITTAMB. The picture is a cartoon picture, so I do not even know if it's he or she, but the question reads, I have so many questions about the savings account you talked about in the beginning of the year, and you also posted it on your story recently. Can I have some more information about that? Okay, so if we're talking about savings accounts, this person is more than likely talking about high yield savings accounts. I did start off the beginning of this year with American Express. That's who I had in January when this year started. Currently today, I do not have American Express. One of my children's fathers actually did a very nice thing and put me on to a different bank that had a higher percentage rate. I don't even know what Bank of America's interest rate is right now, but basically a high yield savings account is an account. Usually right now in 2024, everyone is doing them with like no fees. You only need $1 to start, and they do pay you out your interest earned or your accrued amount earned monthly. So I started out this year with American Express. Right now I have a bank called UFB Bank, and they currently right now are at 5.35%. And that's what I get on my money that sits in that account every month. So the beginning of the month comes around, they calculate how much money is in there times 2.35%, then you click equal. That's how much that percentage amount is. Then you do divide by 12 because that's how many months are in the year. And then it pays me out into that same account, that interest earned every month. So right now I'm sitting in the high sixes. I just moved a little bit more money, so probably I'll be in the low to mid sevens starting July. I will post on my stories on both pages what my payout is July 2nd. But yeah, that's how high yield savings account works. It's way better than your traditional savings accounts. I think I had my original savings account with Navy Federal. I don't want to lie. I did. It was just a savings account, though. It wasn't a high yield. High yield just means it's a higher yield amount, higher percentage yield amount. So my savings account with Navy Federal was not a high yield. It was a regular, and they paid me out monthly as well, but it was like 0.018%.
So to give it perspective, Navy Federal is 0.25%.
Regular savings right now?
Regular savings.
Oh, that's good. They went up.
0.25 compared to your 5 point something.
Yes.
Okay. And then you probably have a referral link.
I do. I can look.
People. So if you have a referral link, I'll make sure that I'll link it so everybody can like kind of go use that referral link and get an account as well. Sometimes like I have Goldman Sachs.
Yes.
And if whoever I refer gets an extra % on top of the like 5% that there is. So for 3 months I had 6%.
Good.
So if you have that, we can make sure we share it with everybody.
Okay. I will look in my account, and if I have one, I will add it to the notes below. But that's the high yield savings account. I really do think everyone should have one. It's only $1 to open it. You get more than a traditional savings account. And if, your money's going to sit in the bank anyways, I doubt that many people are shoving cash in their mattress. Put it in a high yield savings account and get something for it. So yeah. Next question. What is the hardest thing you're working through right now in this season? Hardest thing I'm working through right now in this season. I guess I would have to say gratitude, or like being grateful for where I'm at. That's something I'm struggling with. I don't think I'm in an easy point of motherhood because I have kids all over, from preschool to high school, into high school, beginning of high school, middle school, and elementary school. But I feel like we've gotten into a rhythm that I feel like I'm comfortable with. And I feel okay saying that. I'm comfortable where we are. I'm happy where we are. Nothing like crazy is happening. I have very minimal to no drama in my life. I still don't got a man. Maybe that's why the drama is still low. But we're in a new home. We're settled in. We finally have a routine. And when I say I get nervous in my gratitude or in my blessings, it's because it's probably a trauma response. I'm sure some of you are going to say that. But I'm like waiting for something to go wrong. I'm like waiting for the ball to drop, the shoe to drop. Something's going to come and shake this up because I haven't sat in peace long. I haven't sat in happiness long, and it gives me a little bit of anxiety and stress when I'm thinking about, what possibly could go wrong. So I'm trying to be present and grateful and pray hard and hope that it's not really a hope. I have to be okay knowing that we deserve to feel safe and happy and be content. So that's probably the hardest thing I'm working on right now. I'm really in my head. I'm in my head a lot. So yeah, that was my honest truth at where I'm at. This is from Sandra. How to get back into work with little kids and a newborn. Without a partner, there's no way, because you will need childcare. You will either need a consistent partner, childcare, family. Someone's going to have to help you, even if you do work from home, because I would be lying to tell you that you can work from home with a newborn and a toddler and it's a walk in the park. It's so easy. I actually think my remote jobs when I was working them at home probably were more demanding. They feel like because you are working from home, you should be 100% 24/7 accessible to them because you're not in office. What are you doing? Answer. And it's like, wow, I still would use the bathroom at work. I still would take a lunch break. But I think with little kids, you have to get on a schedule and you have to have childcare. I just hate that because the world is so different. I feel like my aunts and uncles all lived like super close to each other, or my friends had grandparents that would watch them. I feel like the village of motherhood is gone, and that is scary. It makes it isolating. It's very hard. Even if you have a partner, like the way the prices are right now in the world, you and your partner need to be working more than likely, unless he makes more than $150,000 a year. Both of you will need to be bringing in an income, and for both of you to work and still raise a family. I saw some lady, I don't even remember her account, on TikTok saying that she pays more in childcare for her 2 younger kids than she does for her rent. So it's outrageous. I really think you need a schedule and you need childcare, and I hope the childcare is affordable. Also in the notes below, I will try to leave some links to some resources. I don't know where you're located, Sandra, but where we are, there's always county help. depending on your income. There's always 4C. Waiting list is long, though. There's an early learning coalition for kids under 5, and I think that might be nationwide. It might be called different things, but the ELC, an early learning coalition, does childcare and resources, and always reach out to your local departments to see if there's any assistance. You didn't list if you were a single parent or not, but those are just some options if you are trying, to make it forward and it's just you, because I've been there. But if you have a partner, family, friends, or childcare, someone is going to need to watch those children for you to be able to focus and disassociate or clock out from being a mom, because being a mom and working, especially if it's from home, it is hard. And it's hard to break apart the two without feeling overstimulated. Wow, this is a random question. Next question is, how many kids do you have? 5. I've shown the same 5 for 4 years now. Maybe 5. Owen's 4, but my whole pregnancy, it's 5 kids. It might seem like a lot. It actually is a lot. Let me not even lie. I have 5 kids. That is a lot. Maybe because they're not all on the screen at the same time. Usually I pan to one, then the other. Yeah, but there's 5 children. I don't know any other way to break down that question to you, but 5. Cinco. This many kids in my home. Next question. Please take me off the wait list for the subscribers tab on Instagram. I want to view you consistently and cannot. That is not me. I promise you. Instagram, I don't know if it's too many people trying to join my subscribers tab. I don't know what it is, but so many people are messaging me saying that they're waitlisted. I wish I even knew where the wait list was, or who was on it, or what it looks like, or the format, because I don't. I have no access to this imaginary wait list that Instagram says my people are on, because I don't have a list. I did already schedule a couple of calls with them, and it's just like not saying they're not knowledgeable, but it's like when you call in to any company, you kind of just get a regular person, and they say they'll look into it and write an email, and then I don't really hear back.
I have an idea, and maybe they can go in the comments, possibly on YouTube or your Instagram or your DMs, and see what response we get. But I'm thinking that when we start, hopefully your Patreon soon, for extra content already and extra episodes, especially if you're listening to this, there could be a tier where it's to be maybe on close friends. So if you're a part of Patreon, we can add you, instead of you posting to your subscribers tab. Yeah, they'll be subscribing to your Patreon, and then you give them access to all the same content. Like, that's good. So taking the payment out of Instagram, so we can actually have access to who it is. And then when they stop paying on or get out of Patreon, they just get removed from close friends.
Yep, that's something I can do. That's good to look into. Okay. And it is good if you are anyone out there trying to do small business or social media stuff, to always diversify and put your money and things in different buckets and pockets. And I am on a lot of platforms, but I try not to overdo it. I love my content. I love my followers, but it is good to always spread it out for reasons like this, because I don't have access to this wait list, and I wish I knew how to fix it, because I would have. They tell me there's no wait list every time I call, but I will call again, and we are also starting a Patreon, so hopefully I can just move people over that way and show my content without it having to be an Instagram only policy kind of thing. Someone said, make sure this is anonymous. This question isn't even bad. Are you guys going to start back doing YouTube? Meg, if you're editing this, put like crickets or bird chirpings like now. And then zoom in on my thinking face. I'm trying. What's that saying? I'm just one girl. I'm just a girl. No, I am going to get back on my YouTube. These are going to also start being uploaded on YouTube as well. Long form, sideways videos for the YouTubers. I love it there. YouTube is just a lot of work. I don't know, maybe I'm going to learn how to edit on YouTube, and maybe that will be another side hustle, because I know it's not just me that doesn't like it. It is hard to do, and it takes up a lot of space, and the cinematic views and the 4K and the flipping over. I have so many videos, so I guess my answer is yes, because I have nowhere else for these videos to live but on YouTube, because they're not the right format where I can post them anywhere else and it would look appropriate. So how about this? I'm going to put something on my neck. Carla, can you do a text reminder or an email something to me? I have to get something up this week on YouTube. It doesn't even matter. Something this week on YouTube. Okay, we are going to do it. I was going to say your name. Look at me, messing up my rules already. Anonymous, I hear you, girl. I love you. And we will be on YouTube soon. Yes, I'm going to do it. Next question. How are you doing for real? Not like, oh, I'm fine, surface area answers, but how are you really? First, let me say thank you because I can hear the sincerity. I can hear that. I love that you consider me more than just a random black girl on the internet. It sounds like you honestly care, and I do appreciate that. I'm good. I really am okay. My life is heavy constantly, so I think I just carry my weight well. Like a thick person, when you step on the scale, you didn't know the number was going to be that high, but it is. My number is high, but I just think I carry it well, so people automatically think that I am okay. And I've also conditioned myself to not ask for help and figure it out for yourself. And that's something I'm trying to unlearn. I was told from the beginning, you're a single mom, you're a young mom, you're going to struggle. Figure it out. You're going to struggle right now. If this is the life you choose to live, you're going to struggle. So I've been very used to not complaining because it was told to me from the jump. So I've just learned to carry my weight. I think that's the best way I can put it. But if we're being honest, I am tired. I did blood work at the doctor. And I never do that because I'm not having sex. I don't even know if I can say that. I'm not fucking anyone at all. So I'm like, what do I need to do a panel for? Like, I know I need to do a pap smear because I want to make sure things are like where they should be. But I'm like, I know I'm not running no crazy risk because it is literally me owning in my mattress and that's it. But she asked me. I don't know if it was my age. I don't know if it was anything that triggered her. So my health is concerning. I've gained so much weight in like 365 days. But how dare I complain because I don't go to the gym?
We're going to, though. You're going to come. We're going to go to the gym. For real.
I know, but it's like, this is what I mean about carrying my weight in my buckets. They're just overflowing. But yes.
Let's do it. Because my buckets are overflowing too.
My chin is overflowing. Like I try to sit upright for y'all, but if I tilt it too much, it's a lost cause. I have split ends now. My hair's like shrinking on certain sides. I'm holding it together. But yeah, the blood work, do yours, ladies. I've been putting that out there to tell you to do yours. Just look, just check. And for me, health is always really concerning because I for a long time, I didn't know. And I still don't know exactly like the extent of what runs through me and what runs through my daughters. And I think if I didn't have kids, maybe I would have more of like a YOLO mentality, but I need to know if any of this is like going to bump into my kids or my daughters or my sons and see how this is going to shake out. So iron is terrible, high cholesterol, things I should like not have early 30s. So I have to get on that. Kids at home are good. We're on a good schedule. Like I'm falling in love with like cooking, but like real black cooking, not like putting a frozen dinner in the oven and putting it on 375 and walking away. I mean like thawing meat, smushing garlic, cutting onions. Like I'm like cooking. And maybe that's why, I have a couple extra rolls, but we're okay. I'm good in my bubble, but I know there's no growth inside the comfort zone. And that's kind of what I was saying about being nervous about, the ball dropping or the shoe dropping because I'm very comfortable right now, but I know I'm starting to feel it in my heart. And when I go to church that I need to be doing more, that I should not more like physically, but stepping out there more, maybe living more in my purpose, maybe praying more. I don't know exactly what the more is. It doesn't have to be more work, but there's something I'm not doing that I need to be doing. And I've been feeling that push, but the kids are good. I can't even say I'm anything really about the kids right now because they're not in school. Summer is like my favorite time with them because I can lose the super early mornings and all the homework and the projects and the teachers calling. And I don't know what state you live in, but in my state, the teachers want you to be on some Dojo teacher app and they text you all school year long. It is so quiet on my phone from OCPS. I love the summer, even if we do nothing. And we do nothing a lot because, like I said in the beginning, I have 5 kids and it's just me. So no, we don't go cruising around the world. I wish you guys would stop asking me to take all 5 of them to Disney because we're just living. We go to the ice cream shop and they go to camp and work and we chill.
But Disney, if you would like an influencer with 5 kids, we can make you some real cute reels.
I can do that for you, girl. I can do that.
Mr. Walt.
But Mr. Walt, but that mortgage payment to go and only eat a pretzel and split it. That's the sad part. Won't even get a whole one. No. But that's how I'm doing, really. My buckets are full, but I'm managing my buckets. I'm carrying my weight, and I'm trying to just keep my head above water. But there's no drama. Like, there's no tension, and that's very weird for me. So I'm trying to sit and not worry. And Haley's dad moves to Florida in a week. That's it. That's all that's new and happening, and that's it.
That's a big one. How do you feel about that? Like, it's been coming, but it's really happening now.
He is my baby daddy that gives me no drama, though. He's the least toxic one.
But what about the family situation? I thought there was something there with the family, at least if she starts coming around more often.
His mother does not like African American people. His mother. But his wife and his kids, they're great. They don't give me no drama. They don't give me no problem. And I hope Haley's not going to his mother's house. I mean, I haven't seen her since Haley was like 1. Haley's 14 next month. So, yeah, I haven't seen her. I hope she's still kicking. I don't even know where she at. If I'm being 100% honest, I am unsure if she is 6 feet under or 6 feet up. I have no idea. Once you told me you didn't like black people, and I'm sitting here black with my black son, and you're one mixed looking baby, it's time to go. I wasn't even gonna freak it with you. Like, me and Andre are so like, no, I'm just go. Ain't nothing I can say to you. That's it.
I'm just gonna walk in 6'2", dreads, big as hell. You're walking in with your big curly hair, both of y'all beautiful dark skin.
That's what I'm saying. There's no point. She hated us when Andre was 2. Small, cute, dark skin. I was just skinny and small. You hated us then? Now we got a little following and some pep in our step. We gonna pull up with loud music. Like, she will pull out the rosary and bless us in the driveway. I'm just not gonna go around. And I'm so tired of people hating black people because of what a different black person did to you. I'm not him, and I've done nothing to you, and my baby did nothing to you.
They think everybody is Sharkeisha, I promise you.
I'm black, and I don't even know who Sharkeisha is.
You know Sharkeisha?
No.
Oh. The girl that was like fighting and they called her, I think, Sharkeisha. It was just somebody getting beat up, I think. I don't know. I've heard the meme, the voiceover on TikTok, but do I know what she looked? Nope, no idea. So that's what's going on. Let me go to the next question. Bae was on here on the live. She said, how is dating going? What happened to the guys you went on some dates with?
Oh, they are so messy because the way I've been dodging that question. Okay, so we're talking about the Carl lookalike. Carl is Haley's father. The only thing that was different about them is nothing. It is non-existent. We do not talk anymore. It is 6 feet under. But it didn't end on like bad terms. He's just not in the place right now to date. Yeah. That's just about it. And I guess I could have like kept talking to him and just like, I don't know, kept like going on dates or going out to eat, but I'm someone that's very intentional and I move purposeful with my time and my space. And if I feel like a situation with a man isn't going anywhere, then I would rather be in my bed or I would rather be home with my kids. I'm not in that phase of my life anymore where I just want to be out just to be out and ripping and running, and that makes me feel happy anymore. Not saying going out isn't fun, because it is, but just to do it where I'm at in life is exhausting. So yeah, he's just not in that space. He I guess I can say what I want to say because I didn't say his name, so you guys can't find him. You don't know what he is or what he looks like, or, well, you have an idea of what he looks like, but tomato. He's a father. From what I know, a very active father. I did not meet his children. We only went on 3 dates, and he is actively still going through a very long and drawn out divorce. And they usually are long when there's kids involved. So that's not abnormal. So yeah, he's just going through the thick of it. So which means like some days we were great and talking for long times and texting, and then like the next day would be dead silence because he is emotionally beaten down by the courts or attorney's fees, or she's keeping my kid from me. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know what is right or wrong to say. I don't know her and her side of the story. The really fucked up part about me is I am always a girl's girl at heart. So he never talked bad about her, but it was always like, she's taking my kids from me, or she's doing the most in this aspect. Then he would pause, like if he wanted my input, and I did not know what to input. There, I did not know what to say. And yeah, he would just ghost for a couple of days, then reappear, and then ghost for a couple of days and reappear. Then if you ask why, it's like, oh, you know, I'm going through this court thing and this attorney thing, and I don't got no money because I had to pay for this attorney and pick up this attorney and transfer. I was like,
I ain't got no money. That came out his mouth?
Yeah, he was like, oh, I had to get a new attorney and the fee went up to like $150 an hour and now I got to pick up a new job. So, I don't mind a new job. I don't mind hard working, but I don't even know if that makes, I'm trying to over explain because I don't want to sound like a bad person.
So you're not a bad person. You've already out of that. You don't need to be dealing with somebody right now who has a financial strain on them. You don't need that. Because if you decide to make it something, that financial strain comes back on you. You need to have your shit together.
And I just didn't want I didn't want it to go on too long. I didn't want him to think that he was, you know, going to meet my kids or anything like that because I just didn't have the time to bring another unhappy, whining man around my kids. If anyone's going to be crying in my home, it's going to be just me and Owen, and that's it.
And that does not make you a bad person. Or I'm sure.
I just feel like I'm being judgmental on him because I was there.
I get where you're coming from because I just had that in therapy. Again, that's not your problem. And it's okay for you to now have standards. You're not saying that they are a worse person or you're a better person. We're just not in the same place in our journey.
Man, we weren't even in the same book. Like he's in the beginning. And I was like, oh, you're looking at like a year of this divorce. Like,
no, and that's perfectly fine that it's not for you right now. It's great. I hope you have a journey. Hopefully our conversations helped you in some type of way. But I got to go on and find somebody who's closer to where I am today.
Yeah.
Because if that's just a benefit to him, not you.
And I want to call someone and they pick up, you can actually tell me something good that happened in your day. And it's not always anger and frustration. And I'm just like, now I have to carry that.
Yeah.
I called you just to say, hey. And I'm like, hey, hello. Oh, God, today has been so much. And I'm like, oh, my God.
We already have enough of that when we go to daycare or to school and our kids then did something. I need you to uplift me as well. We have hard times, but how do you deal with those hard times? All right, yeah, today was a tough day, but you know what? I can see light at the end of the tunnel. Or today was tough. You know, the money went up with the attorney, but you know what? I really cooked a really bomb-ass meal today. And I'm really happy
even
about
something
that.
Simple. It was just, everything was negative. And I'm just like, oh, God. I just wanted to get off the phone. So, yeah. That's where it's at. But I am still proud of me for going. He is still very handsome, great guy. Hope the divorce and everything goes well. And then I think he will be in a better place to move on, hopefully, at that point. But I don't want to date someone right now in the beginning of the divorce. It's messy, it's hard, it's emotional. And even though you don't want to be with that person anymore, hence the divorce, it's still an emotional strain on you, on your kids, on moving. He was just going through a lot. And I don't have the bandwidth right now to pick up any more family drama. My family drama thermometer is full. I don't want to learn another name. But yeah, I was happy for stepping out there. I was getting dressed and doing my hair and stepping out. And it was good. And when we did go out, he was a gentleman, opened the door, opened the car, paid for the meals, would, you know, book all the things that we went to. I did like that. He was resourceful. But I just think he's still healing. And I just want someone a little bit more healed. Not completely healed, because I don't know if we're ever there, but I want someone who at least has a Band-Aid on that shit. I don't want it to still be actively bleeding. God, I hope I didn't sound like a bitch when I said that. But yeah, that's how I'm at. That's where I'm at. My name is Ariel. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.